So you want to captain the Fiji. Well, do you like light cruisers? Do you like not having HE? And do you like Fiji water? Then the Fiji is for you. The Fiji was commissioned on May 5th, 1940, and was assigned to the home fleet, where she participated in the German blockade and escort of convoys. She was a pretty good ship, I would say. She was going to take part in the Operation Minets, but she was attacked by a torpedo U-32 boat, which caused her to be out for 6 months of repairs. She eventually did come back into the role in May 1941, and during the battle and the evacuation of Crete, the Fiji was tasked to cover the rescue of the survivors from the destroyed HMS Greyhound, along with two other destroyers and a town-class cruiser. Or is it a battleship? I don't know, sorry. However, the Fiji was low on anti-aircraft ammunition, and of course, they were attacked by planes. Two and two don't go very well. She was attacked and was damaged by 4 bombs, which eventually slowed her down and caused her to capsize on May 22nd, 1941. There were 523 survivors were picked up from Crete, from the Fiji, over to another ship, and that was pretty much the small service of the Fiji. In-game, the Fiji has 4 turrets of 152 millimeters, which have a rate of fire, aka or a reload speed of 7.5, and a rate of fire of 8 shots per minute, which is really good for a light cruiser. Basically, your main battery guns are very excellent at shooting multiple targets, and they're really good at destroying destroyers and cruisers. You also have a excellent handling characteristics of a quick rudder shift time and a tight turning circle. Basically, this ship is a very large destroyer, and it kind of shows too because it also has a smoke screen as well. But the only problem with this ship is that it cannot fire HE shots, so you're going to struggle against your battleships, of course, because you can't set them on fire, so you just have to aim at the superstructure with your main battery guns with your armor piercing. Now, if they do present broadside, you can potentially penetrate, depending on your tier and depending on what battleships you're going against. You're still going to struggle against your heavy armored Russian battleships. Meanwhile, against cruisers and destroyers, you will rip them apart. At long range, you have a really good long range of 15.4 kilometers, which is really good, but you also have to lead the target a lot, just due to the fact that your shells are high arcing shells, which are pretty good whenever you want to hide behind an island. If you can't tell, you want to use islands and your smokescreen as your main defensive items, pretty much, or how to play this ship. This ship also has a repair party, smokescreen, as I've already mentioned, and so it's kind of a weird blend of a destroyer cruiser, which also has the same characteristics as well, of being this like weird overall really good destroyer and a really good cruiser. Your AA defense is pretty good. It's not going to be the best. You're probably still going to be hit by a squad or two, but you'll still be able to at least use your effective fire and also an effect with another ship to help you out with taking out a squadron of fighters. Now, the biggest weakness to this ship is its long citadel. It has a very long citadel, which you have to be very, very cautious about, because if you are exposed, either in your smokescreen or in the middle of the water, you are going to get a lot of damage taken, which is kind of the bad news about this ship, is because of this long citadel, you're going to be hit and lose a lot of health, hence why you also probably have the repaired party. But overall, this is one of the best ships in the game, especially if you know how to counteract or avoid your radar ships. So if you see one on the horizon or on your minimap, run the opposite way. Run the opposite way or hide behind an island so that you at least have something to protect you. Overall, this ship is really good paired up with like another destroyer or even another cruiser with radar. You want to help defend the cap the most with this ship. It's really good at doing that because you're going to be taking on your other destroyers and other cruisers. Once again, you still have to be careful about battleships because they can potentially one-shot you almost if they hit your citadel just right, which is kind of the negative part about this ship is, once again, that long citadel. So as long as you are bow tanking, you should be a little bit better. Once again, some ships can technically overpenetrate you, but for the most part, you have a respectable front armor, so it's kind of like a give or take. She can't be best at everything, unfortunately. She is probably, in my opinion, one of the best ships at its tier. The only problem, of course, is that you have to learn how to play the British cruisers, which are very, very different, just purely because you have to take advantage of what is presented to you. You can't rely on just HE spamming ships all day long. You have to actually plan your shots accordingly, even though you can rapidly fire all your shots. So now here are some captain skills that we recommend, but basically you want to be a stealth ship, so you want to make sure that you take that stealth concealment and your concealment expert as much as possible so that you can reduce your area of being detected. This ship can be pretty much a good stealth ship if you feel like you want to be more stealthy like. You can go that way as well. Overall, the Fiji is a very, very good tier 7 ship. You want to make sure to realize, though, that you do have to, it's a kind of like a high learning curve to play any of the British cruisers, but once you've learned it, you can do a lot of damage. You just got to make sure to present yourself in the most optimal positions. And with that being said, hopefully you guys learned something today. Let me know down in the comments below of what ship you want me to do next, and feel free to stay subscribed to me so that you know when a video comes up. With that being said, thank you for watching and have a wonderful day. Thanks, bye-bye.